James West here with the MidasLetter Thought of the Day. As was widely anticipated, given the mid-September weakness that crept into global markets, the Fed elected to take no action on interest rates during their September meeting. Now there's a consistent pattern emerging here. Fed governors make the rounds talking up the U.S. economy on marginally positive data, which causes rampant speculation that the Fed is going to raise rates at their next meeting. Markets go into a tailspin, and Fed governors respond by changing the tone of their discourse from hawkish to dovish. The meeting results in a do-nothing consensus, and we await the next quarterly FOMC meeting now in December. What the Fed is doing is trying to control market reaction and transmitting what they perceive as neutral sentiment, emphasizing their reliance on being data-driven. But Janet Yellen and the Fed governors have created a Pavlov's dogs effect. The market has learned that when they hear the bell suggesting a rate hike, if they sell off assets and drive the markets lower, the Fed responds with no action. The market doesn't want a rate hike because the implied higher cost of capital will drive up the cost of leverage, which the Fed has now conditioned markets to expect to be a foregone conclusion. The threat of an interest rate hike has become synonymous with the implication of a reduction in liquidity, and that is very much a corner the Fed has painted itself into. The Fed must begin to normalize monetary policy without stimulus and by raising rates. The zero-cost basis of credit now extant in all major markets means that money itself has become worthless because there's nothing to buy with upside, including government debt. The entire world has become one big liquidity trap, with central bankers' sole response limited to either printing more money or doing nothing. The only way this impasse can be broken is through a return to a rising interest rate environment, a suspension of quantitative easing, and the realization that, though it would be nice, perpetual economic growth is, quite simply, a mathematical impossibility. I'm James West with MidasLetter.